Good day, grade 7.
I am your teacher, Marie.
Good day, grade 7. Now we're going to discuss a new topic. Let us enjoy watching while learning.
Set of integers. In the concept of business, deposit, credit, increments, are positive indication. Negative indication are the withdrawals, debits, and deductions. Sign number are integers. Do you know how integers work? What more can you do if you are better at understanding integers? The concept of sign number can be applied to real-life situation. Examples of these are the highest peak on Earth and the deepest point, where the reference point is the sea level as the zero mark. Any point above sea level is positive, while any point below of sea level is negative. In temperature, use the Celsius scale. The reference is the freezing point at 0 degree. A temperature higher than this is the hotter, and the lower temperature than this is the colder. In reading map, the north and the east position are usually the positive numbers, and on the other hand, the south and the west position are the associated with negative numbers. Integers. There is another group of number in the real number system. These are the sign number called integers. The word integers come from the Latin word integer, which means whole. Integer is a special set of whole number comprised of zero, set of whole numbers, set of natural number, or the counting number. Under additive inverse, integers are the subset of the real number denoted by the symbol z. As the set integer can be represented as z, we have an example, the set of -3, -2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. On the number line, these are the set of integers. Integers are composed of two parts, the sign and the numerical part. The sign indicates a direction which can be positive or negative. The positive number may or may not be preceded by plus sign, but the negative number may always be preceded by a negative sign. Graphing integer on the number line will help us to compare them and arrange them in order. The number on the number line are arranged in increasing order from left to right. Of the two numbers, the one that is located on the right side of the number in the number line has the greater value. You can see on the number line that all positive numbers are greater than 0, and all negative numbers are less than 0. Rules for adding integers. For a like sign, positive integers plus positive integer or negative integers plus negative integer, find the sum of their absolute value and use the common sign of the integers. For unlike sign, positive integers plus negative integers or negative integers plus positive integers, find the difference of their absolute value and use the sign of their integers with a greater absolute value.
Let us find the sum of letter A. We have -12 plus -3. So we have like sign, add. So we're going to -12 plus -3 is equal to -15. Just copy the sign. Letter B, we have 5 plus -9. In this example, we have unlike sign. So we're going to subtract. So 5 minus 9 is 4. Then copy the sign of the highest value. We have -9, so it is negative. So 5 plus -9 is equal to -4. Another one, we have 4 plus 8 plus 16. We have like sign. So we have both positive in 4, 8, and 16. Therefore, we're going to add the 3 numbers. So 4 plus 8 is 12 plus 16 is equal to 28. Another one example, we have negative 8 plus negative 9 plus negative 17. They are both in like sign with negative sign. Therefore, we're going to add. So negative 8 plus negative 9 is negative 17. Negative 17 plus negative 17 is equal to negative 34. Another example, we have positive 14 plus negative 3 plus positive 11 plus negative 6. You can say that 14 and negative 3 is unlike signs. Therefore, we're going to subtract them. So 14 plus negative 3 is 11. Copy the sign of the highest value. We have positive plus 11 plus negative 6 is unlike signs. So we're going to subtract them. 11 plus negative 6 is 5. Then let us add 11 plus 5 is equal to positive 16.
Subtraction of integers. The addition and subtraction of integers are related to each other. Rules for subtracting integers. To subtract integers, add its opposites for all the numbers a and b. We have a plus the negative b is equal to a minus b. Let us represent the integers as a number a and b.
Find the difference of the following numbers. So letter A, we have 12 minus negative 5. So negative times negative, it becomes positive. So 12 plus 5. Then 12 plus 5 is equal to 17. Letter B, negative 7 minus negative 19. So negative times negative, it becomes positive. So negative 7 plus 19. So negative 7 plus 19, unlike sign, we're going to subtract. So 19 minus 7 or negative 7 plus 19 is equal to 12. Copy the sign of the highest number, we have positive 12. Another one example, we have negative 8 minus negative 5 minus negative 16. So let us change the sign. So negative 8, negative times negative, it becomes positive. So positive 5. Negative times negative is also positive 16. So we have negative 8 plus positive 5, unlike sign, we're going to subtract. So negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3 plus 16. So we're going to, we have negative 3 plus positive 16. We have unlike sign also, so we're going to subtract. So negative 3 plus 16 is 13. Copy the sign of the highest number, positive. So we have positive 13. So we have negative 9 minus negative 4 minus 18 minus 6. So let us change the sign of 4. So negative times negative, it becomes positive. So negative 9 plus 4 minus 18 minus 6. So negative 9 plus 4, it is unlike sign. So we're going to subtract. Negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5 minus 18 minus 6. You can see we have negative 5 minus 18 is negative 23 minus 6. Therefore, negative 23 minus 6 is equal to negative 29.
Multiplication of integers. There are also rules in multiplying integer. Here is the easy way to remember the rules. When multiplying two numbers with the same sign, the product is always positive. When multiplying two numbers with different sign, the product is always negative. Any number multiplied by 0 gives a product of 0. For a product of non-zero factor, first, if the number of negative factor is odd, the product is negative. If the number of negative factor is even, the product is negative.
Now let us find the product of the following numbers. So letter A, 3 times 5. So we have same sign, always positive. So positive 3 times 5 is positive 15. So negative 7 times negative 8. 7 times 8, we have 56. So we have same sign negative, it always positive also. So we have the answer is positive 56. Next, letter C, we have negative 4 times positive 12. So 4 times 12 is 48. Then, you can see we have unlike signs, so it is always be negative. Another example, letter D, we have 13 times negative 7. So 13 times 7 is 91. Then, we have unlike sign, so we have negative 91. Another example, letter E, we have negative 5 times 8 times 3 times 0. So negative 5 times 8 is negative 40, times 3 is negative 120, times 0 is equal to 0. Take note, any number that multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. It is the 0. And next, we have negative 1 times negative 2 times negative 3 times 4 is equal to negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2 times negative 3 is equal to negative 6 times 4 is equal to negative 24.
Division of integers. Multiplication and division are relation operation. Therefore, the rules in finding the quotient of integers are same as the rule in finding the product of integers. Here are the rules for dividing integers. When dividing two numbers with the same sign, the quotient is always positive. When dividing two numbers with different sign, the quotient is always negative. When dividing is 0, the dividing 0 by a number, we have these rules. Any number over 0 is undefined. 0 over any number or integers is equal to 0.
Let us find the quotient of the following number. Letter A, 125 divided by 5 is equal to 25. You can see that the numerator and denominator have the same sign, so we have always be positive. Letter B, negative 78 divided by negative 13 is equal to 6. So you can see they have the same sign, and like sign always be positive. And letter C, 144 divided negative 12 is equal to 12. So in this example, you can see that they have unlike sign. Therefore, if the number is unlike sign, we're going to have the result is always be negative. So the final answer of 144 divided by negative 12 is equal to negative 12. Another example, letter D. Negative 225 divided 25 is equal to negative 9. Then letter E, 0 divided by 7. If the numerator is 0, always remember your final answer is equal to 0. Next one, letter D, we have negative 121 divided 0. So any number, we cannot divide it by 0. Therefore, the answer in letter F is undefined. Take note, if the denominator is 0, Your answer is undefined.
Series of operation. In performing series of operation in mathematics, there is an agreed order of operation to follow so that there will be the standard answer. First, perform all the operation within the any group symbols, starting with the innermost pair. Second, perform all multiplication and division in the order they appear in the expression from left to right. Third, perform all addition and subtraction in the order they appear in the expression from left to right. Fourth, if the expression involved a fraction bar, perform all the operation above and below the bar separately, following the step 1 to step 3, then simplify. Last, fifth, in the absence of grouping symbol, when both multiplication or division and addition or subtraction symbol appear, perform the multiplication or division first before addition or subtraction. In short, we have the word PEMDAS, or we have the word GEMDAS.
So let us perform the operation indicated in the given example. So letter A, we have 5 minus 3 times the quantity of 6 plus 4. So first, we have the word PEMDAS. So we have the parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtractions. So here, first we're going to add the 6 plus 4 because they have the grouping symbols. So 5 minus 3, 6 plus 4 is 10. Then, proceed in multiplication. We have 3 times 10. We have 5 minus 30. Then, 5 minus 30 is equal to negative 25. So let us try this example. 1/60 divided by 2 times the quantity of 8 times the quantity of 5 times the quantity of 4 minus 6. So first we have the grouping symbol. So inner to outer of the group. So 4, copy 160 divide by 2, 8, 5. So 4 minus 6 is negative 2. Then, let us multiply 5 and negative 2. So, 160 divide by 2. So, 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Now, let us multiply 8 times negative 10. So, we have 8 times negative 10 is negative 80. Now, let us multiply 2 times negative 80. 160 divided by 2 times negative 180 is negative 160. Therefore, 160 divided by negative 160 is equal to 1. You can see that they have a like sign. So in division, if we have a like sign, the answer is always be negative. So we have the final answer, negative 1. So let us try this given example. Negative 36 plus 8 times 2 minus negative 5 times negative 2 all over negative 12 minus negative 4 plus 8 times negative 5 plus 33. So let us have first the multiplication in this given example. So negative 36 plus 8 times 2 minus negative 5 times negative 2 is positive 10. All over negative 12. We have negative times negatives, it becomes positive 4 plus 8. 8 times negative 5 is negative 40 plus 33. Now let us add and subtract, then multiply the given number. So we have negative 8 times 2, so negative 36 plus 16 minus 10 all over, we have negative 12 plus 4, positive times negative is negative, then 40 plus 33. Now let us add. So negative 36 plus 16 is, we have unlike sign, subtract, so negative 36 plus 16 is negative 20. Minus 10, we have unlike sign, so we have negative 30 all over. Negative 12 plus 4, unlike sign, so we're going to subtract, so it is equal to negative 8. Minus 40, and like sign, so let's add. Negative 8 plus negative 40 is negative 48 plus 33, so we have unlike sign, so 48 or negative 48 plus 33 is equal to negative 15. Now let us simplify negative 30 over negative 15. So negative 30 divide negative 15 is equal to 2. You can see that we have the like sign, so it is always positive. So the final answer is 2.
Let us discuss the properties of operation of integers. Let A, B, and C be the integers. First, we have the properties of addition in integers. Property, we have the closure property of addition. We're going to sum of two integers of the integers. Second property, we have the commutative property of addition. Changing the order of the addends does not affect the sum. A plus B is equal to B plus A. Associative property of addition. Changing the group of the addends does not affect the sum. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus the quantity of B plus C. Identity property of addition. The sum of integers and 0 is the integers itself. A plus 0 is equal to A. Inverse property of addition. The sum of non-zero integers and its additive inverse is 0. We have A plus negative A is equal to 0. Here are the properties in multiplication of integers. Closure property of multiplication. The product of two integers is an integer. A times B is equal to C. Commutative property of multiplication. Changing the order of the factor does not affect the product. A times B is equal to B times A. Associative property of multiplication. Changing the group of the factor does not affect the product. The product of AB times C is equal to A times the product of B times C. Identity property of multiplication. The product of integers and 1 is the integers itself. A times 1 is equal to A. Inverse property of multiplication. The product of an integers and its multiplicative inverse is 1. A times 1 over A is equal to 1, where A is not equal to 0. Distributive property of multiplication. Multiplying an integers by a sum is the same as multiplying the integers by each added. A times the quantity of B plus C is equal to AB plus BC. Multiplicative property of 0. The product of any integers and 0 is 0. A times 0 is equal to 0. Multiplicative property of negative 1. The product of any integers and negative 1 is the opposite of the integers. Negative 1 times A is equal to negative A.
Thank you. Enjoy watching while learning. This is your teacher, Miss Marimar F. Figalan.